Let's hang out. And let's talk about what Leslie's about. And let's listen to two lesbians shout. Let's hang out.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Lez Hang Out. And we've started a new challenge for Ellie, which is, can you possibly guess the song I'm about to sing as the intro?
Okay, well, you wrote the title in here for me, so I'm like, moving on up, moving on up.
It is not that. It's a red herring, Ellie.
Oh,
Be smarter than this. Come on.
You really got me. All right, what is it?
Okay, this week it's the podcast where it's closing time. Every new beginning comes from some other beginnings. And
All right, that was good. I would never have guessed that, but it was good still.
You're welcome. From the West Coast, I'm Lee Holmes Foster.
And from the East Coast, I'm Ellie Brigida. To those of you who've been with us this whole journey, thank you as always for listening. If you're a new listener, welcome. We're excited to have you here. Here's what's happening this week.
This week in the Lesdom.
This week in the Lesdom is a place where you can touch base each episode about things going on with the podcast or otherwise. In season 9, we are continuing to release our Patreon bonus episodes. Our most recent episode is on my old ass. You can listen to that at bit.ly/lespatreon.
Also, we want to let you all know this episode is being sponsored by Wet For Her. And listen, the holidays are coming. Maybe you want to be doing some shopping to, spice things up a little bit. Get some new toys, if you will.
We want to help you do that.
For the holidays.
For the holidays, for the high holy days, for any day, really.
And if you do want to shop at Wet For Her, make sure that you use the code WET for Lez Hang Out.
Which, of course you are. Honestly, obsessed with that. And our referral link online is wetforher.com/wetforlezhangout. So there's no way you can not remember that.
Yeah.
So
please. Just think of how the podcast makes you feel and, follow your heart.
Treat yourself to some sex toys on Lez Hang Out, and we hope you get wet for Lez Hang Out.
Ellie and I desperately try to make it through this segment. In the greater Les universe, Ellie, Britney Snow, hot off the heels of The Hunting Wives, is in a new show called The Beast in Me, which I've seen described as Britney Snow wants her turn to play Margot. So I hear that she's a little bit more predatory in this. It also stars Claire Danes and Natalie Morales. So I don't know how gay it actually is, but she's got some vibes in the clips I've seen.
I love it. Britney Snow's really having a moment.
Yeah.
Also, the queer internet is freaking out because they're pretty sure that Renee Rapp and Toa Bird are engaged, but there has been no confirmation. There was one TikTok video that was 6 seconds long where Renee held up her middle finger, and right next to that finger was a gigantic diamond ring.
Uh-oh.
So could be possible that Renee Rapp and Toa Bird are engaged. I feel like it would be a very Renee Rapp way to announce an engagement.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Like, we just hard launched one engagement last week.
I feel like, honestly,
hard launching another one.
Yeah, like Renee Rapp's is copying me.
Yeah.
Stop copying me, Renee.
Be a little original.
We get
okay?
it. You were jealous and you wanted to make your own announcement. Exactly. Get your own engagement.
Yeah, stop riding this wave, okay? Like, God.
Also, let's have a joint bachelorette party.
Yes. Oh my God, do it. Okay. Also, in the greater Les universe, I guess, possibly. So there's a high school in Des Moines, Iowa that postponed its fall play last week.
Mm-hmm.
And they didn't explicitly say why, but everybody's sort of assuming that it's because they were doing a production of a show that is apparently very popular right now. It's called She Kills Monsters. And it is the story of a woman whose parents and little sister die in a car accident. Very sad. She decides to get closer or feel closer to her sister by playing a Dungeons and Dragons module that her sister had written.
Mm-hmm.
And while playing this module, sort of also starts to realize how much her sister was exploring her sexuality and struggling with her sexuality and all this stuff. The high school was performing a version of this play that's called the Young Adventurers Edition, right? So it's already has been kind of
sanitized
heavily, I assume. But they did say that they had to adjust certain elements of the production that did not fully align with the core values and mission of their school. So, anyways, people have some assumptions, and let the kids be gay, Iowa, is all we're going to say, okay?
They're gonna be gay anyways.
They're going to be gay. They're all gay. Let them be gay.
Let them be gay. You're so right. Well, that's what's happening this week. Back to you, Ellie and Lee.
Thanks, Ellie and Lee. We are so excited to bring you episode 7 of season 9. And I can see where you got confused, Ellie, because I did write it, moving on up, but this episode is titled Moving On, comma, up, question mark?
Question mark.
That's the,
I like
that's
that.
the
I like
question
that.
that we're going to hope to answer. And we are joined by a very special guest today. We have, you know her, you love her. It's Marita from season 2 of The Ultimatum. Marita, thanks for being here.
Hello, guys. Thank you so much for having me.
We are so happy to have you here. Thank you for coming on. I mean, I feel like the big question that everyone's asking is like, how did you get started with The Ultimatum?
That is quite the question. Yeah, so I was with my person that I did the experience with for 5 years. We were definitely in a place where like it kind of felt like stagnant energy and we weren't really sure where the relationship was going. I knew I wanted to marry her. She wanted to marry me, but it was like, were we happy? So one of our friends in Nashville, it was mostly her friend, was reached out to by a casting agent. And then that casting agent realized that that person wasn't in a relationship anymore. So our friend actually referred us to the producers. And then as we went through the interview process, it kind of became pretty clear that there were a lot of interesting points about our relationship and like our different love languages and the way we would talk about our relationship in a different light. So I think the producers really fed off of that type of energy, but they could also see that the connection was like very real. And I think they were interested to add it to the concept.
But was the casting agent Mari, is what we want to know.
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
You just got to ask.
We need to know. Yes. I feel like, I mean, I know you've been talking about this for like, how long has it been since you left The Ultimatum? You know what I mean?
May 2024 is when we wrapped. So and then the reunion was June.
Okay, so it's been like over a year since all of this.
Yeah, like a year and a half.
Right?
Let's say that I went in as a 24-year-old and I'm 27 now.
Okay, yeah. It's like, I feel like that's the craziest thing about the reality TV cycle is you're like, we just watched you go through this. And like, it was a long time ago for you.
Sure was.
Yeah.
Sure was.
How are you feeling now?
That's a great loaded question.
Nice and light to get started.
So light. So light.
Just start
so
with the
light.
easy stuff.
Yeah.
Like your favorite color. How do you feel after this experience? You know.
Yeah. So my favorite color is turquoise. I'm a Pisces. And
me as well. Actually, both of us are.
This is going to be
so watery.
This is going to be a fluid conversation.
Yes. Wow. This is too many Pisces in one room, but it's going to be good.
Oh, yeah. I literally have my poster like literally right there.
Yes.
Nice.
Yeah. Anyways, yeah. How am I feeling? Wow. What a therapy session here.
Mm-hmm.
I am so overjoyed with how the entire experience went for me. I feel like the universe brought me exactly what I needed when I needed it through the goddess of Britney Thompson. We were thrown into a trial marriage unexpectedly, but I think it was everything that I needed to rediscover my worth and my energy. And I just feel like everything kind of fell into place. And as hard as it was to go through losing my person at the time, I feel like it was very much needed so that I could notice different patterns and, you know, things that I was going through that I would either push under the rug or think that like I needed to settle for. So essentially, yeah, like I am really proud of myself for what I went through in the experience. And after everything that has happened, I just feel like I have been able to share my story that is really impacting a lot of queer people and like representation in terms of what I went through. I feel like I'm in a really, really good place right now.
I have to ask because I feel like you probably already said what the answer is, but just so we have the official answer, because we all know what reality TV is like, right? We know how editing works. We know all of this. But is Britney really just a gem? She seems like a gem.
Oh my God. She's more than a gem.
We need the unfiltered thoughts. Yes. Tell us how great. Because yeah, I mean, I don't know. It from the perspective of people who have done nothing other than watch the show. And so we have clearly a totally unbiased view of every situation, which we could possibly discuss for the next however long. It kind of feels like she seemed very sweet, very genuine, and also it seemed like there was sort of a way in which like her doing kind of like bare minimum stuff was like blowing your mind wide open.
Exactly. And it did.
Okay.
It blew my mind because I mean, I even say it when I couldn't open that wine bottle on the first night of our trial marriage. I don't know if you guys remember that, but I struggled way too hard for that to be on a national global platform. Anyways, like there was no bar. Like the bar was so low that there was no bar. And for someone to just like give me the energy of like compassion and care and consideration every time they woke up, and just like feeling her energy and like knowing that she was moving with intention and like doing things with the thought of me as her wife was like all I needed to be like, oh, wait a minute. Like just to look at myself and look at my position in my relationship and look at my partner at the time and be like, okay, well, maybe and that's the thing is like you go to improve your relationship to see if that's a place where you can grow from and you can build together. And I feel like meeting Britney, I was just like so in awe of her energy. And I was like, if I am this type of person who like brings compassion, brings love, brings energy to a relationship, I should find or be with somebody that is in that same realm, because like all I do is fill everybody else's cup. And like Britney was the first person to really show me that like there are people out there that also can fill my cup. Mm-hmm. And it doesn't have to be empty. Like it needs to actually be filled just as much. Like there needs to be a balance, you know?
I'm curious. I mean, again, just to like go really nice, like easy breezy with what we want to talk about.
Easy breezy,
like what's coming.
We're cover girl here. I'm just curious. Stop, Ellie, stop. So you said that you had been together for 5 years and you were 24 when you started this whole thing.
Yes.
Okay. So you were 24 when you did the show.
I turned 25
during the show. Okay.
Yes.
So, cause I'm curious, I understand again, from the perspective of like reality TV and you're casting and you want, you're like looking for a certain demographic, but I always think it's curious when we're watching The Ultimatum as a show, the type of person who at 25 is like, and I'm ready to settle down. Do you feel like that might be connected to what you're saying right now of being like, I'm the type of person who's like, I'm here, I'm there for people, like, I'm ready to fill your cup up, like, we can, like, be doing this. Do you think those have something to do with each other, or are you just like, no, I've just always been ready?
So I would say that I really loved the person that I went into the experience with. Like, I could tell you countless amount of times that I was like sitting there looking at wedding dresses or rings, and we were talking about our future. And like, I know I was 25, but we were together for like 5 years. Like, I thought that was my person. And she even asked my dad for his blessing, like while we were on the show. It was all on camera as well. So like the hope was there. I just think that there was a lack of effort in terms of getting to that point. And I was always in love with like the potential of how amazing and beautiful our life could be if that one last piece to the puzzle could be fulfilled.
Yeah.
But it was the biggest piece, you know, because we had everything else. We had like the companionship, we had the connection, we had like life experiences together. We basically grew up together in a way.
Mm-hmm.
And like the last piece of the puzzle was just like the romance and like the love to make it feel like this is my partner. And that's kind of why I wanted to go on the experience to like date other people and have my ex like experience what it's like to love somebody else, so that she could come back to me and be like, wait a minute, you're not asking for much. You just want me to like love you.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
I guess I'm just
Wait, sorry, Lee. When did you get married?
me.
Yeah, how old were you?
I was 24 when we got married.
Exactly. You're like,
but
how
that's
did
what I'm
you know
saying.
at 24? What are you talking
No,
about?
Okay.
but that's I'm not
Context.
asking in a facetious way. I'm
Context.
asking.
No,
because
I know.
I'm
It's
curious
just
if
funny.
it's like, because yeah, to be fair, like fully a child bride myself. That's why I'm curious. Is like
Child bride.
Lee loves to say that she was a child bride.
it's young. It was young, right? I'm still youthful and vibrant.
Yes,
Stop
you
it.
are.
So I'm curious because like my wife and I got married very young. Like she was 23, I was 24 when we got married. And I know people now like at our age and like now we're pushing 40 and it's like, you know, I know people who are still just like, maybe I'll find the right person someday, but I don't know like if I'll ever be right. Right? Like I'm curious what it is because I feel like
You're just saying, like, what is the piece of you that makes you feel like you are ready to be married just as a person?
not because I don't think you can be ready at 25,
yeah.
obviously. I'm
Yes.
fully on board. I'm just curious what, like, do you think that that it's connected to that part of your personality or, like, how you are as a person? Or was it just something that you'd always had
Wanted
in
with
mind?
this
Or was it
particular
just like,
person?
no, this is just the person and this is who it's going to be, right? Like, I was just wondering where we landed.
I see. You're trying to gauge like my perception on marriage and like
Yeah, just like in a general sense, you know? Because I don't think it's the most common for people at 25 to be like, and I'm ready. Like, I'm not saying it doesn't happen or it shouldn't happen. I just don't think that your average 25-year-old is like, let's get a ring on it now, you know?
I would say like I've always been a lover, and like I even remember when I first met my ex back in 2020, I was like, this is gonna be the one. I was like, we're never gonna break up, we're gonna be together forever, I'm gonna marry this girl. And like I believed that the entire relationship because that's what our connection felt like. However, it was because I was like giving so much into the relationship to make sure that like it felt like a relationship, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, like my perception on marriage is like it's a partner for life. Like you're supposed to be each other's cheerleaders. You're supposed to like stand by each other's side, and like it's not going to be easy, but as long as you're working together and not against each other, like that's the biggest thing for me. And I felt like in my relationship, in my past relationship, it was kind of hard to get that side of effort from my person.
Yeah. I think that makes a lot of sense. That makes a lot of sense.
Did you expect it to feel as different doing the, like, you know,
trial marriage?
The trial marriage with someone else? Like, was it shocking to you how low the bar was?
Well, first of all, Britney and I had no idea we were going to be each other's wives. Like
Yeah.
it was, I mean, if you go back to the choice, I wanted to be with AJ.
Yeah.
And then for AJ to go with Marie, and then I get thrown back into the loop, it was like a roller coaster. And then loop-de-doo, here I am with Britney. And I'm like, hey girl, we had one conversation, but like, let's get married. So yeah, I mean, I don't think we knew each other's expectations at all. Like we had one conversation and it was about like Bayo and it was about rollerblading, but the energy was amazing between us. It was just like, it wasn't like romantic. It wasn't like wife material until she became my wife. And then we like sat down with some chicken wings from across the street at the pool. And we were like, you know what? Let's dive in. Let's get deep. Let's talk about how we can help each other like grow from this experience. And that's just what we did. It was like a platonic, amazing, beautiful, emotional connection. But yeah, I mean, there were no expectations going into it. However, yeah, the bar was very, very low. And I told her that because like it was true. And I mean, you can see it from the energy on the show as well. But yeah, I mean, I just think like I do deserve someone that is like loving and caring and considers me in their motion of their daily life. I mean, I think everybody does, right?
Yes. I think it's a reasonable ask for sure. It's a very reasonable ask.
Yeah, it's not asking for much.
Yeah. I'm curious, like, going on the show, just in general, what your take is on the, like, difference. Because I feel like it's very obvious that there's, like, a few different kinds of experiences that people have when they go on the show, right? So there's the experience where you're like, we're going to be platonic friends and, like, give each other what we can give to help each other grow. Then there's the, like, we have romantic feelings for each other and like we're going to explore that. And like it seems clear that some couples had conversations about boundaries prior to going into the experience. So like those situations were like on the table and that was fine. Others, it clearly was off the table and then it turned into something. Like, I guess it's like, what's your take on the value of the different kinds of interactions that people are having?
I remember very clearly before dating week and after dating week, before the choice, the executive producers just kept like telling us that it's important to, yes, think about your partner, think about their feelings, but this experience is individual. It's like for your self-growth. You're not supposed to be thinking about your person, but everybody thinks about their person, obviously, because you're in love with them. So it is bizarre to like see connections build off of, you know, somebody that you love in the moment, but you're broken up. So it's like there's confusion there, but it's also like you go to the experience to fully give yourself to the experience. And like for me, my partner and I going into the experience at the time, we had this mutual respect for each other where it's like I wasn't going to do anything and I didn't think she was going to do anything either. But it's also like, you know, I feel like for me, if you think about like the universe and everything that's supposed to happen for a reason, if I went into that with a partner and they did end up making a connection, that would have spoken volumes, you know, to be like, this isn't my person. And I'm very much like, I analyze and like look at people's moves as like, you know, let them theory, I guess. So it's like letting them do what they would like to do, but like seeing how that reflects on our relationship and like how I'm going to move forward and like what's meant for me. I mean, nothing happened with my ex at the time on the show. However, it still like spoke volumes, like the energy and the things that happened in our trial marriage that like were emotional for me. So I think like if I didn't do the experience or the show, like I would be in a very, very different place and like still maybe stuck in this cycle and just like unhappy. So like I'm very, very happy that I mean, I wouldn't change it for the world.
Yeah. Do you feel like the show is a cycle breaker?
It's definitely a different form of, you know, waking yourself up.
Yeah. Sometimes you really need to. This is funny and also not funny. So I was also with my ex for 5 years. And I was really good friends with my current fiance. So for context, while I was with my ex.
Okay.
And she was joking with me that me and my ex should go on the ultimatum. I know, Lee.
Wait, Bailey was?
Yeah. She was like, you should go on the ultimatum. Yeah.
Sorry, that's very funny.
It's so funny. And to be fair, it's like I also feel like I knew in my soul, I'm like, to go on the ultimatum, something has to really, for me, I feel like it's like something really has to be wrong in your relationship. And maybe that's what I see when it goes. Like clearly there's something that needs to be fixed or you're not going to go on the show.
Yeah. I mean, you don't go on the show if your life is perfect.
Right. Like it's just not the case. It can't be.
You go to fix something or to grow in some sort of way, you know?
I think the Ultimatum as a show gets discussed so much. I mean, mostly because we don't have a lot of, queer reality shows. Really,
it's the one, yes.
It's the one. But I feel like it does get the premise of it, I think, gets a lot of discussion as well. And like we've talked about it on this show before as well, as like, is this a good model, to like put people in this sort of situation where it's like, in some ways it is also designed to be messy and get ratings, like it's designed to be watchable.
Of course. Yeah.
But so I guess like I like hearing that there is that, like, everyone doesn't leave it just being like, well, why did I do that? Because I know there are people who have, right, and who do. But I think it's good that it's like there can be value in, like, I mean, it's funny because it's like I had just pitched Ellie an idea for a song about like blowing your life up, and it's like sometimes you just gotta throw the bomb, right? And like,
yeah, like I feel like there is value in like
see what happens, see what comes out the other side.
Yeah, there is value in being like, I need to make a drastic situation here, and if it was your person and it's meant to be your person, you could make it through it.
Yeah, exactly.
That's like sort of the point,
right? Exactly, that's the point.
Well, since the show, because we were going to talk a little bit about like the moving on piece. I feel like you're saying like you've grown a lot, like. How has moving on from the show been for you? What are your goals like for the next, I don't know, year or so post-show?
Yeah, ever since everything came out, it's been a crazy, crazy life. Again, I wouldn't change it for the world. I honestly love like the community that I'm building, and like, I don't know, there's just been amazing experiences that I would have never come across if I hadn't shown up in a positive way, I guess. Because I did leave the experience and the show kind of with a mark of like, showing my story of like, if you're in a relationship where you feel like you're settling, like set yourself free. Like it's kind of like I'm setting myself up as like a role model for people. And I've been helping people get through really hard times. And like, I love seeing DMs from people being like, Marita, you've helped me so much. Like, thank you so much. Like just the gratitude of the entire experience is one thing, and building community and like going live and talking to fans. And I also love when people come up to me too, because it makes me feel good knowing that like I have some sort of impact on a larger scale for people to feel better about their energy and who they are and what they bring to a relationship. So there's that. And then I've just been connecting with amazing like queer women like all over the world, which has been really cool. I've been involved in like some travel experiences, doing a lot of like influencer collaborator things as well, like brand opportunities, a little bit of like modeling and like digital creatives as well. And then the big thing here is I'm also a musician. I'm a singer. So I've been writing a lot. I've been channeling, like, especially lately after this like new moon or the full moon, I've been like just writing a song every single day and getting as creative as possible. And I want to be so proud of what I put out there. So I'm connecting with other musicians, I'm networking, I'm doing all of that. It's just been a whirlwind. I've been doing a lot of podcasts, and like for the most part, it's all been amazing, positive stuff happening. So that makes me really excited. And then also queer advocacy as well has been a huge part of what I've been doing lately. Yeah. So it's been a crazy, beautiful, amazing life.
Tell us more about these songs you're writing.
Yeah, I was like, I knew you were gonna ask Lee.
Ellie
Also,
knows it's coming.
This is off the record and on the record, but you should really collaborate with Lee. She's a great songwriter.
Aw, shucks.
I didn't know that.
What kind of music are you writing?
So I don't know if you guys know this, but I was like a little bit of a childhood pop star.
Yes, I feel like we only know it from what you said on the show. I'm actually so curious what that means.
Yeah, so I like went to this international like pop competition in LA when I was 8. And that's where I got discovered. I was flown out to New York and I cut a record deal. And I was recording songs from the age 8 to 12 here in LA. but also like living in the Bay Area. And a lot of those songs, what's really, really interesting here is a lot of those songs that I wrote back then were about deserving a better love. And it's wild because I was a child.
Incredible.
I feel like the soul knows.
Yeah, it's like, baby, you've been new. Okay, got it.
Baby me was like, wait a minute, Marita, this is going to be your entire life story in your 20s. So let me just write a song about it now.
Yeah.
It's like, it's crazy.
Incredible.
Yeah, one of the lyrics on Fortune Teller is, I don't need a fortune teller to know that you could love me better.
That's crazy.
And baby,
and you were like
so
10.
far, but it's not in the cards for us. I was 11 when I wrote that.
Wow.
And it's actually kind of a banger. So I've been thinking about like reproducing, rewriting, or not rewriting, because obviously the lyrics are
insane.
It's
done.
Flawless,
You're like, it's
no
done.
notes,
I nailed
yeah.
it.
I mean,
No
I could re-release it again as like an 11-year-old, but I feel like my voice has matured. It's like, you know, there's different aspects and notes to it where I can make that song really, really cool now.
Do you remember what the inspiration was at age 11 for this music?
I just knew I wanted to, like, because I didn't know what love was, you know? I just knew whenever I would sit down and write a song as a child, it was like, it meant nothing, but it was everything at the same time. It was like me watching movies and things around me and being like, I am obsessed with love. And like, maybe my little inner child was like, okay, you're so obsessed with love. Like, the person that you're bound to meet is like not giving you what you need. And that's what happened. It's like, I can't explain it. I really can't.
That is so crazy.
It's, yeah. I mean,
incredible.
and like the fact that, yeah, these lyrics all point to exactly what I went through. It's wild.
I'm going to take this as an opportunity to say, let's take a quick break and come back because I want to dive into so much of that. Okay, you said something that I love because I want to keep talking about the music, but I do love the idea of like 11-year-old Marita who is like, I have a premonition that this is going to be a thing. This might be a thing in my life. And I love that you said like, you just said something about like, you know, at 11, like you didn't know what love was, like what it was all about and stuff. And I'm curious, like,
but I was obsessed with it.
But you were obsessed with it. And so I'm curious, like, how your relationship with love has gone from there to, like, where you are now. Because there's been, you said when we first hopped on, like, it's been a journey, right? And, like, where are you at now? Yeah,
I mean, I think we're all born on this planet. Okay, I don't know where I'm going with this.
It's a good start. I'm really in. Like, I'm invested in it. Yeah.
Okay, yes, we're with you. We're here.
I feel like nobody really knows like how to embody, embrace, give, or act when it comes to love. But we all feel the energy and we learn as we grow about what that really means. And it can go the way back to childhood. It can go to like friendships. It can just like, for me, love is like an energy. I feel like it's transmuted into that for me. But I used to like chase and chase and chase when it came to love. Like I always felt like I needed and wanted someone to like love me and like give me that attention, that like ecstasy, that joy that you feel when another person is like making you feel loved. And ever since like I basically saw Britney as like a mirror reflection of my energy, I was like, wait a minute, like I don't need to chase and like beg for love out of somebody. If they're at a capacity where they can't bring that to me, then I need to set that free and like look at myself and pour that love into myself. I don't need to be giving it to this person who's just gonna gobble it up and like take that for themselves, you know? So I feel like now that I've rediscovered my worth and like know that I deserve the same energy that I give others, love to me is, it's like, if it's not able to transmute the way that it should be reciprocated, it's not worth it. So it's like, I don't chase, I attract. Like, I know what's meant for me will find me.
Yeah.
And I know that's like that's like the big cliche. But at the same time, it's like, as I've grown and matured, I feel like I've learned the lesson of like, I don't need to beg for someone to love me. It will just happen with the right person.
It's also, I know you're saying it's cliched, but like, I do feel very much that like, it's like the watched pot kind of thing. Like, I don't think when you're like looking for something so aggressively, you can't find it then, you know? And it's like, I don't know, maybe I'm a little biased, Ellie, because I'm like, I sort of like ended a relationship to be with my now wife. Like, I don't know if that maybe tracks for your life, Ellie, at all.
Yeah,
but
I understand
like,
it. Yes.
You know, I'm just saying, like, there might be a thing where it's like, I feel like sometimes, yeah, like we just humans in a general sense, I think have a tendency to like hold on to something so tightly just because it's what we know, not because it's what's right, you know? And it's like, as soon as you make space for the right thing, you like, I think the odds of finding it go up tremendously.
Right.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah. And I feel like it also is like, it is so rare to find the actual person for you. So if you are just like, but like people are always gonna be like around to, like, you could always be in a relationship if you wanted to be, but like not the right one.
Exactly.
And I feel like it's better to be single than to,
people get comfortable and think that the person that they're with, even if they're at a capacity or not transmuting the love that you deserve, people get comfortable and they're like, okay, well, this is how it's gonna be. But you need to realize your worth and your energy when it comes to those situations and be like, but no. And it's not like I'm asking for too much. I'm just asking for reciprocation at that point.
I feel like it's an interesting thing too. Like, I feel like it seems like you have experienced this, and like I feel like it's what I experienced in my long-term relationship. I feel like there is like there's like a lot of conflicting ideas about love, but like I feel like there's an idea that like a relationship is supposed to be hard work, and so like you're like, well, the thing is, there's this thing that's like not quite right about us, but like let's work on it and let's work on it and let's work on it, and then all of a sudden it's like 5 years later, and you're like, okay, we've been working on it for 5 years, and like when, I guess, like, I don't know the answer. But like, when is the time to stop working on something? Or is it just like you have decided like, here are the baseline things that I am not okay with, and like if any of those things do not exist, like don't come near me. Do you know what I mean?
Yes. I think the answer to that question is like, is there effort on both sides at the same velocity? Does that make sense? It's like, is one person like 1 foot out the door and like, okay, maybe I'll work on this and like see if this is like even what I want? Or are both people like, no, this is a real action life event theory, something in our relationship, conflict that like we both see, we recognize. Now we're both going to put the effort in to get past this and or work through it or make it work, you know? But it's like, it has to be at the same velocity. That's not even the right word, but for me now, that's the right word. And then, if it's not at the same velocity, I'll use that word again. That's the word of the day, I guess.
This episode sponsored by Speed.
It's not even speed. I think it's like, I want to say capacity, but it's not capacity. Like volume, level.
Yes.
If you're not at the same level
Area,
as your partner.
density. We'll get all the words in.
Yes,
just
like
in case
this.
one of them's right.
we understand.
Circumference. If you're not at the same radius, it's not gonna work. Okay. Yes.
Yeah. Square footage.
Amazing.
Anyways, it's not gonna work. So yeah, and like if you are and it's still not working, that's when you kind of like raise the white flag and you're like, we tried everything. And like, I love you, but you're not my person.
So it's almost like you're saying E equals MC squared. E is emotion. M is mental capacity. C is courage.
Good.
Okay,
That's good.
got it.
That's good, Lee.
We've got this.
You
Okay,
really got
we've
it.
nailed this. Einstein was really onto something when it came to relationships, I think, you know?
I feel like I was just in lesbian math class.
Yeah. V plus V equals.
Yeah, right? Next up, pie and how it affects your love life. No, yeah, I am curious because I do want to get back to your music a little bit because I just want to talk about music. You said you're writing a song a day. Do you feel like you're writing stuff right now that is looking back and processing? Do you feel like you're writing stuff that's like looking forward and what's next?
So when I first started writing, and I'll say this was like 2 months ago, because it's been a while since I've done music. Like the last song I put out was in 2018, but I started writing again like 2 months ago, and it was all about something that happened to me that I feel like I took myself out of and like I detached from, but I still wrote about it and it still made me sad. So now, and that's why I think like a verse a day has been really helping me. It's like I am going through something very emotional and challenging and frustrating, and that brings up a lot of hardships in my mind. However, I still move through life very positively, and like I'm still trying to be happy with where I'm at right now. So it's like I feel like in every different moment is a different lyric. Like the other day I was boxing, but like after I finished boxing, well, I was boxing and then actively like tears were running down my face. So I was like, all right, how can I turn this into a song?
Yeah.
And then the other day I was on a hike and I looked down on the valley and I was thinking about perception and like what other people are going through and how I'm just one person on a mountain with a bunch of other people on a mountain, but then also thousands of other people down there below the mountain. And it's like that was like perception for me. So it's like, I don't know, I'm just going through life and like picking up things, moments, and trying to channel creativity and energy into something that could be beautiful. Like,
love it. So you feel like
why we're all here on this planet Earth?
Do you feel like it's like a journaling practice for you, sort of like of your like day to day?
Yeah, I mean, I journal, I manifest, I like speak into existence what I want out of my life. And so far it's worked pretty well. And like, I think that's also kind of what channels songwriting too. It's like, if you think about one concept, that can mean so many different things to so many different people. So it's storytelling at that point. And it's like taking your experiences and what's around you and turning it into something that people can relate to.
This is the problem when you have the three fucking Pisces of us on this call. Is I'm just like, are we all the same fucking person? Is what's happening right now.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, we're like
Ellie who journals into a songwriting journal, me who writes songs, like, and just wants to like, I just want to have a message, and we want to share the message into a story that is music, and yeah, they're like, it's fine. Anyways,
it's great.
I've never like said that out loud though. That's just what my brain thinks.
Yeah,
and
but
I feel
love
like
it, and you're 100% correct.
Perfect, because I'm just a little yapper. I didn't even know what I was saying, but here we are.
Love it. I also feel like, okay, to the Pisces of it all, I find it interesting. Certain signs I feel like should never interact with their same sign, but I actually think that Pisces interact really well together, and I find that to be fascinating. Do you know what I mean?
It's fluid.
Yeah. But I feel like there are certain signs, like, you're the same as me, I want to kill you. And this is like, you're the same as me, like, let's hang out.
Let's hang out. Let's create.
Let's cry.
Let's daydream. Let's cry.
Let's write a song. Let's talk about our feelings and write a song.
Let's manifest.
I love a good manifestation journal. Yeah, you're really in good company.
I think what felt so funny about it to me is it was like every new thing that came out of your mouth just now, Marita, I was like, that's Ellie. And then you'd say the next thing, and I'm like, that's me. And then you'd say another thing, and I'm like, that's Ellie. And then you'd say another thing, and I'm like, that's me. Okay. It's good.
That's so crazy.
You are just the perfect
like,
combination.
It's perfect. It's right. We hit that we've really nailed it. We've hit the sweet spot. We've found our Venn diagram of all three of us, and I'm here for it.
Yes. I'm so here for it.
I love it.
Out of the verses you have written, like what one is really speaking to you right now? It's like you're like, oh, like that hit.
I think the one about perception.
Very cool. I also am like, I feel like I should try to do this now because I'm like, I feel like for me, it's just like getting out of my own head when I'm writing. I feel like I'm like sit down and I'm like, that sucked. And it's like you have to just like do it. Get it out.
That's why a verse a day, like you can't be mad at yourself. You're like, well, shit, I was just sitting on a mountain thinking about things and I wrote it down. Like,
yes,
sorry, it sucks. Let me redo that and make it better.
It's helpful, I feel like, to just get out of your own brain.
It's good to get out of your own brain. And I think it's also a good practice at like, I feel like sometimes songwriting gets stuck in like when it starts to feel too cerebral, where you're like, I want to write a song and the message, it's going to be about this and I'm going to do it this way and I'm going to use these words and like that's how it's all going to come together. And like sometimes you're just like, it's a song, just like tell a fucking story. Like here's a pretty thing that's happening right now. I'm looking at it. I'm just going to write like here's what's happening. I had a thought. I'm just going to write some things about the thought. Like I'm just going to say a thing and say it in music and say
sometimes you're like, I'm a gay bitch.
Lee
wrote a song called Gay Bitch.
A gay bitch. Whatever. Like it's fine. No, but I think in the sense that it's like sometimes you can try too hard. And I feel like if you're just saying like, hey, I just need to like, here's the thing, I need to write something today. You're not going to be like, okay, well, now I'm going to spend the next 3 weeks thinking about these lyrics and how to make them perfect and how, it's like, no, you're just like, what's there? What are the things in your brain right now? Just like write those down and turn them into something. Like, don't get stuck. Don't get too, like, don't lose sense of the fact that like, it still has to be something that resonates, something that just like,
comes from a feeling.
Yeah, exactly. Like I think music is so much about hitting the feelings that you want to evoke in the people who are listening to it,
Yeah, Lee, you gay bitch.
You gay bitch.
It's very easy to get, I think, stuck in the weeds. And that's all. I love the idea of just being like, yeah, just like write a thing and then move on.
I'm so here for it.
Get it down.
Yeah, I'm going to start doing this. I'm just going to send you my lyrics every day, Lee. We're going to do our best.
Excellent.
It's going to be great. It's going to be great.
Let's do it.
Beautiful. What else do we want to talk about before we head into our Q and Gay?
I have, I guess, one thing, and I'm stealing it because you're even the one who wrote it down as like a vague topic, but I just like it as a way to round out sort of what we've been talking about is like, I guess it's a 2-part question. And one I know you already covered a little bit, probably, I think before we started recording, but like, are you still in a place where you're like, I want to settle down?
Right now, I feel like I'm a little numb, which sucks because I am a lover. I was just talking to this girl today, actually. But yeah, so like, I feel like it sucks because like I did give my all and my everything and like all of my love to somebody for so long. And I felt like that wasn't reciprocated. So it's almost like I'm like drained and depleted of like my own love, if that makes sense. Because I'm a lover. I want to be with somebody, but now it's kind of like I'm guarded, which is weird because I'm not like that kind of person. I'm usually like very open and like, I mean, I wouldn't say I'm guarded. I don't think I can give my energy to someone right now. But I feel like lately the emotions are coming more out of me where I'm like, no, I feel like I can. Like, I feel like I'm finally healing and like freeing myself from everything. And like, I think I am ready to start dating again. But I don't know. It's fluid. It's very Pisces of me.
So I
to
guess
feel.
the follow-up part of that question then is what do you think the right relationship for you looks like down the road?
I honestly think just like very cute, small moments. Going through life every single day, like happy to be there. Like just happy to be there with each other, happy to do things together, happy to like be with one another, cater to one another, like surprise one another, be romantic and cuddle and talk about deep, deep things, laugh, cry, like just all of the things. Like that's all I've ever wanted. Like it doesn't have to be about like grand gestures and like flowers for God's sakes. Like I know so many couples that like they have a weekly thing where like it's flower day, so like let me go get her flowers, and I love that. Like I hope one day that like somebody would want to do something like that for me, but that's not what I'm asking for. I'm just asking for like love.
Mm-hmm.
At the end of the day, like I've experienced love, but like not in a healthy way. Like both of my relationships, I've only been in 2 serious relationships. It just felt like I was like begging. I was begging to be loved and like allowing the bare minimum. And I know I deserve more than that. So I'm open and welcome to whatever the universe wants to bring me, but I just want someone to like love me for who I am.
I love that too, because obviously you mentioned the flowers. Like I feel like this show was like it has to be flowers, and like anyone watching who like has any nuance can understand what you were asking for. And it was not just flowers. But it's just interesting. I do feel like it is so, I don't know, for myself being in the right relationship currently, I do feel like the small things is what's so important. It's like literally just like sitting on the couch watching TV together. And like I'm a person who is quite hyperactive as a human. So it's like, I feel like previously I was like, get me off the couch, I can't be here. And now it's like, oh, it feels nice to be on the couch or cook dinner together or like literally like the smallest things.
Just like a safety.
It
like
just feels, like it's really just like you said, it's about wanting to be with each other.
Yeah.
Like it's just nice. It's just nice.
So nice.
And easy. Yeah. And I agree. Having never been in a healthy relationship before now, it feels great. So I'm looking forward to I'm just looking forward to
we love this for you
when it happens for you.
Whereas I'm at the point where I'm like, I feel like my whole relationship is only small moments now because it's like, man, you lose the energy for the big stuff.
But that's what I'm saying.
Point.
I feel like it's like life together is loving the small moments because like you have like if every small moment you feel considered, you don't feel the need for somebody to give you a huge grand gesture. If that makes sense, right?
Right.
It's like if every day you feel considered in a small way, then like you don't need to ask for the huge grand gestures because you feel it every day. Like it feels like you need more because you're not getting it every day.
Yeah. Right.
Which makes a lot of sense. It's an easy.
We're all gonna manifest for you. That's what we're saying here.
It's an easy ask, and it somehow just is not easy with the wrong person. So valid, so valid. All right, let's dive into our Q and A. Are you ready?
Q and gay.
Question number 1: would you be the person giving an ultimatum or receiving an ultimatum?
Receiving.
Okay. Question 2: at what age did you feel ready to get married? A, 25. B, 30, C, 35, or D, TBD?
TBD, but I guess 25.
Or whenever it feels right.
Can that be a miscellaneous?
Yes. All right, question number 3. Are you a sign who gets along with your same sign? A, yes, or B, no?
A.
Yes.
Okay, question 4. How do you process things in your life? A, songwriting. B, journaling. C, exercise, or D, avoidance?
Can I do E, A, B, like all A and B and C?
Sure.
So
there's no wrong answers.
The first 3, songwriting, working out, and journaling. Just not E or D.
I also just had to look this up because I was like, I know this in my brain. It says that Aquariuses don't get along well with each other. Leo and Leo, Gemini and Gemini, and Cancer. Those are the ones that really don't get along well together. I don't know if I know any of those pairings, but I do find it funny. Okay, sorry. Final question. How have you blown up your life to move on to new things? A, left a job. B, moved to a new place. C, left a relationship. Or D, all the above.
D.
Sometimes
That's
you gotta do
literally
it
what
all.
I did.
Do it all.
Go big or
And-
go home, right? Come on.
Get some new energy in your life.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Amazing. Remember,
Rewrite the next chapter.
yes. Listeners, remember you can give us your own answers to this episode's Q&A questions on our Instagram at Lez Hang Out Pod. Marita, thank you so much for hanging out with us. This was a lovely Pisces energy vibe.
Yes, it was so much fun. I loved all of the math, the questions,
It was not a
diving
test. We
in.
swear it was not a test.
Yeah, no, I'm going to mail you an exam to take at home.
We'll send you your grade
open
after.
book.
Yes.
Okay, perfect.
Let our listeners know, where can they find you on all the things? Do you have anything that you want to let our listeners know about coming up?
Yes. So you guys can find me on my socials, TikTok and Instagram. It's the same username. It's at Marita Prodger. And then coming up, there's a lot of travel happening. So in January, we have a trip to the Canary Islands to stay in a castle. If you're interested in that, let me know, with Aria the Club. And then, gosh, there's a lot coming, music, songwriting, all of that. If you want to listen to my song from 2018, you can look up Broke Me by Marita and featuring Ill Will on Spotify. And yeah, stay tuned because there's content flowing to you every single day. And yeah, I just love the community that is here and that I'm building. And thank you guys so much for having me on your platform.
Yay. Thank you. This was so fun.
We love hearing from all of you, and we love building community, so we just want to shout out some of our favorite things every episode. This episode, we want to start with not even a thing someone sent us, really. It's just a comment that was made in our Discord chat that made us laugh way too much. So shout out to Majuba for dropping the idea that any of our listeners might reach out to us to let us know that they started listening in, like, grade school.
Or or they were in grade school when we started. So
started listening in grade school, because he basically made the comment that, like, if we're 9 seasons in, that 9 plus 9 equals 18. So, you know, we might have young adult college age listeners who
were in elementary school when we started this
elementary
show.
school when we started this. So anyways, we're feeling young and
vibrant. Speaking of feeling young and vibrant, I would like to shout out my fiance, Bailey Katsumata Smith, for
on her podcast debut.
On her podcast debut last week, and also blowing up our Instagram in a way that made me laugh. Thank you to my wife and to Lee and Kristen as well, with an E, and then said, I love my lesbians. Then immediately after said, Kristen with an I, sorry. So the chaos that ensued on our Instagram, thank you, Bailey, for that. And also we'll shout out Mara, who is a friend of Bailey's, who said giggling, because of course it's a very Bailey thing to do, to comment 3 times on an Instagram post with her face on it.
I mean, incredible. We love that for her.
Thank you for the engagement. The engagement on the post and being engaged to me.
Yes, both engagements, all the engagements. As always, we want to thank our Lesbian Jesus patrons, Mark Foster,
Lizette Stye,
A.D. Benitez,
Sophia Phillips,
and Armani Gucci.
And our King Princess patrons, Amy and Ellen.
And Andrea Doucette. Thank you all so much. We could not keep doing this show without you and all of our patrons.
Remember, you can also find us on all the social medias, Instagram, Facebook, Blue Sky, and TikTok at Lez Hang Out Pod.
You can email us at lezhangoutpod@gmail.com.
Check out our website at lezhangoutpod.com.
And whatever app you use to listen to podcasts, make sure that you subscribe. That way you'll get new episodes as soon as they go up every week.
We're also putting videos up on our YouTube channel, so make sure you subscribe at youtube.com/lezhangoutpod to catch them.
Lez Hang Out is an independently produced show. It's hosted by us. Our audio production is done by Ellie. Our production assistant is Krista Murison, and other podcasting shenanigans are done by me.
If you want to support the podcast, the best way to do that is to rate and review us on iTunes or wherever you listen to your podcast. We'd love to hear what you have to say.
If you want to join our Patreon, you get access to our Les Extracurricular bonus episodes. You get access to our Discord chat, and it really, really makes a huge difference in helping us keep the show running. You can join at bit.ly/LesPatreon.
If you want to get some Lez Hang Out merch, it's the perfect time to get it for the holidays. You can get that at our merch store at bit.ly/LesMerch.
Remember, we also have a queer production company making queer podcast musicals with guaranteed happy endings. You can find us everywhere at $Prod.
Or at our website, dollarbeanproductions.com.
You can check out our first two shows, The Flame and Journey to the Heart, on any podcasting app.
And if you want to help support us in making more musicals, you can join our Patreon at bit.ly/dollarbeanpatreon.
If you want to follow us individually, you can find me on Instagram, Blue Sky, and TikTok at LSH Foster.
You can find me at Ellie Brigida on Instagram and TikTok. With that, I'm Ellie.
And I'm Lee. And let's hang out again soon.
Let's hang out.
There are names that echo in the world of true crime, names that carry unanswered questions. Oakley Carlson, a 5-year-old girl who deserved safety, protection, and love, yet the system built to protect her failed, and Oakley disappeared. Her community still calls her name.
Or Ellen Greenberg, found in her locked apartment with 20 stab wounds, a case declared a suicide. But how does a locked apartment tell two different stories at once?
These are not just cases we have covered. They are people. They were loved, and they mattered.
Their stories deserve to be told with care, with depth, with truth.
I'm Ashley.
And I'm Ricky.
We are the husband and wife duo behind Crime Salad.
Every week we uncover stories of the missing, the silence, the misunderstood. We ask the questions that were left behind. We refuse to let these stories be forgotten.
Because behind every case is a family holding on, a community seeking answers, and a story that deserves to be heard.
We invite you to listen to Crime Salad,
Your healthy portion of true crime, wherever you get your podcasts.